Welcome back to the Safety Meeting Podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Isaac Heckert. This week's very special guest was our very first guest. Lance Paullin returns to the show. He delivers some artwork that we ordered from his art store. He's an artist. We ordered some art. He's a great artist. And now we have what I think is one of his best pieces hanging here in the studio. He signed it for us when he delivered it. And he joins us this week as it's 1 week past our 1 year anniversary. Last week we had Ben Avery on, the 1 year anniversary episode. And now we're on episode 59. And man, what a year it's been. I can't believe that you guys are tuning in. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for helping us grow the show. Thanks for sharing this. Thanks for subscribing in all those places. And really thanks for putting up with all my social media blasts on the gram and all the advertising that I've done. It really means a lot that you guys listen. And I can't say thanks enough. I can't thank you enough as much. I can't put my words together. So this episode was really early in the morning yesterday, Monday, after a very long Father's Day weekend. And me and Lance just get super silly. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you again for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Safety Meeting Podcast. So I've already done a pre-roll. Not yet. I'm going to do it later. But everybody knows who you are because
Well, you'd hope so.
You're the first guest ever of the Safety Meeting Podcast.
It does feel good to be back.
Now with cameras. Welcome back, Lance.
It's good to be here.
Dude, it's so good to have you back, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me back. Thank you for bringing the cameras.
A year and a half later.
It feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is going to confuse everybody because we just had our 1 year anniversary. So you and I recorded that episode in January, but I didn't put it out till June. Wow.
That's right. That's crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Congrats on the year.
Thank you.
That's a great achievement.
Yeah. I was trying to have you back on the 1 year anniversary, but then I realized no one gave a shit.
This makes more sense.
Right.
Yeah.
More people will celebrate this victory than the defeat of not having you here on the actual 12th.
Yeah. And what is time? It's linear.
And we could tell the folks this is being recorded on the 12th. Is there a calendar in the background?
I mean, there's just a time.
Hey, folks, it's June 12th, the 1 year anniversary of the Safety Meeting Podcast. And we have Lance Paullin back in here, our very first original guest. Give it up.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to put applause there.
It's good to be back. Thank you, Isaac. Really, gosh, it's great to be here exactly after 1 year to be back on the
exact same day at the exact same time.
Well, we're 15 minutes late, but pretty close.
Well, I'll edit that out.
Okay.
Yeah. And we have your new giraffe artwork hanging up. Does it have a name?
Where are we now?
We're in the studio.
No, but no, the piece,
Yes.
the art,
Yes.
the fine art in the back, in the corner. I think the title of that piece is "Where Are We Now?"
Right. But we're still here.
We're still here in the studio.
We are here.
Right.
And that is asking.
And that's there.
It's postulating the question, where could we be now? But not in those words.
Postulating sounds sexual.
Isn't it?
What is that word?
Postulating is to ponder and to...
I want you to never use that word again.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it too close to masturbate?
It's the elating.
Right. But are we too close to actually physically masturbate?
No, we're fine. We're 6 feet. I only masturbate safe social distance away from my friends.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been doing it for years. It's just safer that way.
Right.
Right. For many reasons, not just COVID.
Well, you don't want to cross-contaminate. I mean, were you in a frat?
No.
Interesting.
No. I laugh. I had a little laugh with that. I don't know why, but I would have liked the opportunity. I went to the junior college for a year.
They don't make hipster frats.
Right. It would be fun to probably have been in one. Mm-hmm. I probably would have done a lot more things that I regret.
Right. And that's why I was postulating that question.
There it is again. It just makes me want to wash my hands.
Oh, and now we're going to pause for a hand washing break. Would you like some hand sanitizer?
Is that what that is?
That's what it is.
I thought that was This looks like a fancy level.
It could be that too, but it could also sanitize your hands.
Sorry, I just sprayed the couch.
Oh, couch spraying motherfucker.
It smells nice.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that. That's different than the ones you normally see.
That's right. It's a woman gave this to me.
Of course she has the best.
Because
women know best.
That's right.
They do.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
When in doubt,
trust a woman.
Ask a woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wash your hands. Or sanitize them.
You need some what is it called when they have the ASMR?
Oh yeah.
This turned into an ASMR podcast.
And now it's time for ASMR with Lance. This is definitely going to go in the ASMR section of my YouTube.
Of your trash can.
I do have ASMR.
Do you?
I have a whole section of ASMR clips.
Oh, that's fun.
On my YouTube.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been episode 59 with Lance Paullin.
I'll see you next year.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun if you came back?
Just ended there.
Yeah.
Change my shirt, come back.
And then we just put 2021 on the bottom.
Maybe just spray some dirt on the paintings.
Right. We would age it, as they say.
The set.
We would get the scenic in here from the art department. Can we get the art department in here? God damn it!
Art to one.
Art. Let's go.
Art.
We need some scenic distress.
Bring in the stuff.
Fuller's Earth may be what they would be using, but it's so toxic that
what is it?
It's called Fuller's Earth. When they want to make stuff, when they want to age stuff, if you want to make it look dusty, there was a product called Fuller's Earth, and they discovered that it was one of the most highly toxic substances in the world.
No way. I mean, they're just spraying. It's probably just asbestos.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much just cancer in a bucket.
Oh, that's fun.
And they were like, here, let's put some on your clothes, and let's put some on your couch, and let's put it all over your face.
Was it wet or dry?
It's dry, but when you mix it with water, boy, it just
doesn't sound good.
It's a cancer accelerant, really. That water.
It's like what releases the stuff and the other stuff to cause the cancer.
Yeah,
it's like an active ingredient.
That's right.
That's what an active ingredient is.
That's right. One could postulate that would be the active ingredient.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Does it really get under your skin when you hear the P word?
Postulate?
Yeah.
Does it really get under my skin?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, this skin is impenetrable.
Ooh. Wow.
Postulate that, will you?
I you know what?
No, I just haven't heard that word before. I was doing a little riff on the postulating and
interesting.
But if you could not say it again.
That'll be fine. I'll only say it a few more times.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me a word?
Yeah.
Did we just touch feet?
Is that fine?
I'm super excited about that. Why don't you tell me a word that I've never heard of before?
I feel like just the fact that you know postulate, there's not going to be a word that I've. You went to college.
No.
What?
No, I did not.
Did you not go to
college?
I
won't even tell you the level of education that I have on camera. But it's not. It's not of the college level.
Is it not of the college level?
No.
I don't know how to say
caliber. It's not of the college caliber.
Right. Okay.
Some people would say calibri.
See, that's a word I don't know. Again.
Well, it's caliber, but pronounced correctly.
God, really, calibri.
If you look at the way it's spelled, then you would say calibri.
Vegano.
Yes.
Do you know what that means in Spanish?
I have no idea. I thought it was Italian.
No, vegano means vegan in Spanish.
Oh, interesting.
That's a word that you didn't know.
So Spanish people are assholes also.
Well, don't judge.
Oh, sorry. I just based it off my actual
you
knowledge.
invite me to your show and you call me an asshole.
Well, are you vegan?
Vegano.
Oh.
Sí.
Interesting.
Sí. Yeah, I learned it when I went to Mexico.
Just do the rest of the episode in Spanish.
That's the only thing I can say. Permiso, sí, and vegano.
Ah, sí.
I sound Italian when I say.
Oh, you do sound Italian.
Yeah.
How long were you in the mafia?
I was, my grandfather was.
No shit.
Real. Yeah.
Real. For real? For real?
For real, for real. He, my mother's last name is Ferriello.
Mm-hmm. Well, obviously we
knew that.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, he was his grandfather was one of the first head mafia men in Boston, Massachusetts.
And that's what they're called, head mafia men.
I just uneducated junior college Lance. Yeah, that's what we call it.
So you didn't stay in the family business?
So I didn't even know about it until I was 15.
Oh boy!
Because they didn't tell me.
And by then it's way too late.
It's too late.
Yeah.
But my grandfather, who was in the mafia, he had a barbershop, and in the back he would run the books.
Ooh.
And
for gambling and such.
Yep. And then he tried to kill my grandmother a few times.
Well, of course.
You know.
Whose grandfather hasn't?
It's just something you do.
Yeah.
Something you do.
I mean, back in the day, if a woman was being a woman, we're getting canceled for this one, aren't we, Lance? Yeah, here it goes.
You have to kill her.
You just gotta kill her. You can't beat a woman.
You can't. You gotta try to throw her out the window.
That's right.
So my grandmother
picked
my mother and my uncle and then traveled across to Washington, to Spokane, which is why I'm over here.
Interesting. So is your uncle your mother's brother?
Yes. My mother's younger brother.
Wow.
So she was busy taking care of, my mother was busy taking care of him when my grandmother was getting beaten up.
Busy getting busy.
Busy getting busy.
Yeah.
And then grandfather came all the way across the country, stole my grand.
What? No, this is a real story?
This is real. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Grandfather kidnapped my mother and uncle and tried to drive them back to Boston, Massachusetts. Right. But they stopped him at the border, I think, between Idaho and Montana. And now grandfather, he's dead now, but he wasn't allowed in Washington, Idaho, Montana, or Oregon.
From the alleged criminal activities that he was doing in Boston?
Well, from kidnapping as well.
Oh, so it was someone called it in.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And said, hey, this man
crazy guy
has some of my children.
He's taken my children.
Yes. All of them. Both of them.
But all of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
So they set up like a Crime Stoppers at the border.
I imagine so. I imagine there were horses. I imagine there were also tire strips.
That would be weird if they had horses.
Well, you'd want to have a horse just in case, because you don't know if he's going to start.
To keep the cops occupied.
Right. Keep him busy.
Yeah.
And
they're working 24/7 looking for your mom and uncle.
So busy.
So the whores come in.
Do you say whores or horse?
That's what I thought you said.
Horses?
Yeah, I thought you said whores.
Oh, whores are unnecessary at the border. No, there's no.
Well.
There's no. Maybe for a distraction.
But what's a good manhunt without border whores?
Right. This is how you get in serious trouble.
That's how you get canceled.
That's how you get canceled.
But that's why I don't tweet.
That's why I don't tweet. You know,
I can say border whores on my podcast.
So funny.
But if I tweeted border whores right now, boy oh boy, would I get some Instagram followers.
You get something.
If you get love from Twitter, is it called litter?
God.
Or is it called tlove?
Tlove. I don't know if it's either. I think that's called canceled.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd call it a like.
Ooh.
Or retweet. You know, retweet's the true Twitter love, you know.
Right. So a retweet is better than a like.
Oh, for sure.
'Cause that's what is the phrase? Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
Oh yeah, I think they say that.
So by retweeting, you're imitating.
You're imitating. You're also saying, "Look, this dude spoke for me.
That's right.
This woman spoke for me. This person spoke for me."
You're definitely not postulating at all.
No postulation going on at all before the shower.
Interesting.
Right.
I don't know if I've ever had a pre-shower postulation before.
I mean, I have for sure.
Oh, really?
I've had a couple.
Have you had a what's it called? What am I thinking of when you postulate too early?
Oh, pre-postulate.
Yes.
I've pre-postulated before, sure. Yeah, I mean, we all have. We're human beings.
But sorry, I should talk into the microphone. What's the sexual term for people who come too fast? That's what I'm trying to think of.
Pre-postulate.
Right. Well, yeah. But there's the name for early postulators.
Early postulators.
Oh man, people at home are like, "It's this,"
right?
And I'm brain farting right now.
Yeah,
that's the joke I wanted to make.
Right. It all comes back to gas.
Yeah. Postulator.
It's
Man, we're spacing on this.
Just stuck on it
because neither of us have this issue.
I've had the issue.
Have you?
I've had the issue. Sure. Pre-postulation. I mean, it's genetic. It runs in my family. My grandfather had it.
For a guy that's postulated on so many things, one would develop this problem over time.
Just want to kind of grow as a human being the best that I can.
Right. Why am I want to say prenatal, but that's not the right word.
Prenatal or pills, you definitely can take.
You can take those if you're planning on postulating with a woman.
You should, because you want to kind of reset your levels.
Right. I can't believe I'm gonna do 45 minutes on trying to figure this word out.
Think.
Yeah.
I can't. It's okay if I take myself out of this conversation. I'm gonna put myself over there for a second. I'm gonna figure it out.
Lance is gone. Everybody, he's over there, thinking. He's not here.
Premature ejaculation.
That's what's up. So
premature postulation.
Yes.
Premature postulation.
Oh, thank you for bearing with us at
I don't
home,
know why
because you guys all
crossed over.
knew that like 5 seconds in. You
I
guys-
didn't mean to take it to a sexual place.
No, it's fine.
I don't know why I even crossed over that way, but it's premature postulation.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be a thought before the thought. Like Inception.
It's deep.
Right. I feel like we're in
a
Inception.
crazy dream.
We are.
Yeah.
Are we?
It feels like
Am I about to wake up and then go, shit, I'm late for the podcast with Lance?
I feel like I've just taken so much acid that we're just super interdimensional.
Is
right
that
now.
how you get to there with your brain?
Gosh, it helps.
Yeah.
Sure helps.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, for sure.
Yeah.
I enjoy. I'm a pretty big proponent of the psychedelic world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you prefer acid over mushrooms?
It kind of depends, to be completely honest.
On whether you're doing giraffes or
Or like gnomes.
rhinocerasi?
I like mushrooms when I'm outside in
Okay.
nature,
Okay.
camping.
Mm.
I like acid when
When you're inside camping.
when I'm in a tent inside my place.
Yes.
I like acid though when I
It's called a fort.
yeah right. It's been so long,
Yeah.
but I do call it a playpen.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Because I call it a fort when you take the cushions off the couch inside and build a tent.
I'm actually bringing my tent inside and putting
Really?
it on my bed.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, playpen.
So what does one call it when one pitches in the living room? Or I
No,
don't even
you're
mean
fine.
to assume.
No,
I assumed it was your living room. Where do you pitch?
I pitch on the bed.
Wow.
I pitch the tent
Right
on the
on
bed.
top of the mattress.
Right on the bed. You don't have to worry about comfort. They got the mattress underneath the tent.
That is insanely
Right.
wow.
It's just hard every time I go camping to bring the mattress every time.
It is. It
Right.
is. Unless you have one of those inflatables.
I don't even trust those. They'll have a dog.
Right.
You know, she's
Yeah.
got nails.
Right.
I don't want her to pop the air mattress.
Well, that's quite a conundrum when the
Right.
dog pops with the nails.
Gosh, it's hard.
But let's talk more about this pitching on the mattress.
Sure.
That's so fascinating to
It's
me.
fun. It's comfortable.
Well, that's two things that are amazing about pitching in the bedroom. But like part of sleeping outside of the bedroom to me
Mm-hmm.
means it has to be a little uncomfortable.
I see that. Yeah.
Like if I was trying to explain the word camping to aliens who've
Mm-hmm.
never heard any language on our planet, I would say,
I've definitely met these guys.
yeah, because you take the acid that connects you to their frequency.
Sure.
I would say camping equals uncomfortability.
See, a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
also I sleep the best when I'm camping.
Interesting.
I sleep like a fucking baby.
Are we talking
Can I
about?
say fucking on here? I don't know.
Let's try it.
Fucking.
Fucking.
A. Okay.
I think it's working.
Yeah, it works. Testing. Fuck one. Fuck two. I sleep the best when I'm camping.
On your bed.
On the ground outside.
Really?
When I'm outside camping,
Interesting.
I sleep the best.
What
like
do
a
you
baby.
call it when you're outside camping?
Just being
Camping.
camping.
Right.
Just camping.
Fucking camping.
Fucking camping.
What do you call it when you're camping on your bed inside your tent?
Playpen.
Oh, that's right. You said that earlier. Excuse
Okay.
me for
It's okay.
my insurrection.
No, it's insurrection.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh,
You're like
is
a
it too big?
dictionary of big words.
Wow.
Insurrection.
I try and compensate for my lack of education by using an elevated vocabulary.
Sure. That's common. I think
Yeah.
that is common.
Yeah.
But I don't take it as you being. I feel like it makes you quite educated.
It makes me sound educated. It's much like if.
But you
one-
also know what the words mean.
Oh no, I don't. No.
See, that's the issue.
And I realized as I was saying no that that was a bad improv move to disagree.
to disagree, you want to yes
So
and.
yeah, I do want to do that.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Mhm.
So yes,
You do.
and I have. Sorry.
Yes and no.
Yeah. Well, yes and no.
Yes and no.
What would happen if you were an improv troupe and your only line was, "Well, yes and no"? Would you drive your teacher nuts?
That'd be super funny for the person who is in the improv team that is constantly yes and knowing.
No. Oh.
Yes and knowing.
Knowing what they're doing.
Or they could or not.
It could be a KNOW.
But if they just
no.
agreed with everything and then
Yeah.
but then they just yes and no'd
Yeah.
everything. I don't.
Would it be okay in an improv troupe to say, "No, know this
Yes.
about me"? Know this now.
Know this now. And then if you followed that with something.
And you would say yes and tell me more of the things I should know with a K-N-O-W.
Or I would say, know this.
Right.
And then I would go off on a bit of a saying that I owned an alligator a couple years ago. I sold to my grandpapa.
And no one would know.
If there was no one there, no one was there.
But if someone does improv in a forest and no one is there to watch it,
the trees are there.
does it still exist?
It does, for sure. The trees are there. The animals are there. God is there. All of it is there.
God is there. God is in every improv performance.
It shows.
She's there all the time.
And it is a she.
That's right. They. Let's not even go feminine with it. Let's make it gender neutral.
Gender neutral, but I honestly feel like it might be a she.
Well,
she has to be.
They could be anything they decide.
That's true. Absolutely true.
And we would have to be okay with it.
They would be okay with it, is what they would say.
It's what we know.
That's what they would say about us.
Right.
They're okay with it.
Yes, and they know that.
Doesn't everybody know?
I mean, they should.
For sure they should.
But they don't know.
They don't.
I wonder how many people have turned this off.
I can hear them turning it off. Do you hear that?
I like to think that more people are tuning in. It's not like the radio. It's not live.
Right.
So you have to start it from the beginning.
Live. This should be live.
Well, it is. And we're live.
This is good. Oh yeah, because I see the
Sorry, I didn't turn the live button
on.
The
light's on.
Yeah, 20 minutes in, now we're live.
Oh, okay. Because I like to only do live shows. I don't like to do shows that are recorded and then put out.
What do you think happened to you as an early child that made you only want to do live performances?
Gosh, probably just a super rough childhood. Sure. Right. Yeah. It's just rough. Probably that's what it was.
Transcending from your parents' kidnapping
to a better
place.
Your
mom's kidnapping.
From my mom's kidnapping.
And this uncle man that claims to be related to your mom.
Right.
We got to dive deeper into that, but we'll get to it later.
We'll get to it. Yeah. But just wanting to shine.
Oh. You're into shining.
I like shine. Look at these shoes.
I that is one thing that I know about you, and I think we talked about it on episode 1. You are a shoe guy.
I'm a shoe guy.
Yeah.
Got these shoes. Don't even know if I like them, but they're brand new, and I'm wearing them.
Now, when you get home.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a pair of shoes for sure, and I'm not even fucking doing a bet.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, they're already pulled up on the computer screen.
Wow.
Yeah.
On your phone or on the desktop?
On the desktop. At home.
Okay. Now, when you get home, will you take these current shoes and put them back in the box?
I actually have these fancy things that go on the back of my closet door that I slip the shoes into.
Oh, they go down. It's not a holder of ups. It's a slider of downs.
Slider in, hangs on the back of the door.
Yeah.
Can fully walk into the closet, no shoes tripping over.
Right.
That's what I get. I did have them in boxes, though.
Interesting.
The boxes take up so much space.
Right. But then since the accident, we have to put them on.
Right. We got to put right.
Interesting.
Right. Yeah. I need to have the boxes put away. I need to recycle the boxes.
Right.
Don't need all that tissue paper.
Because according to the rap lyrics, you got to put them boxes where them boxes go.
Right. In the fucking recycling.
Right. We can't say fucking.
In the recycling.
Yeah, that's right. In the fucking recycling.
In the fucking recycling. Yeah, we got to put them in there.
Yeah. Because a bitch got to put them shoes away.
Is that what they say in this?
Well, it's not gender specific. A bitch can be a male or a female.
Oh no, sure, yeah. No,
but when I take my shoes off,
I've been called a bitch before. Many
exactly.
times.
Because I say, Lance,
quit being a bitch.
Bitch, put my shoes away.
Oh,
don't let me tell you twice.
Right.
To have to put my bitch ass shoes away.
Right.
Wait, no. Now I'm the bitch ass.
And you have this gangster-esque to you now. You got this kind of like tough side that's emulating.
Well, I mean, sun's out, guns out, right?
Sun's out, guns out. Jeez, you need to start a rap album. You just.
Oh my God! Should we together maybe perhaps start a rap duo?
I've been able to do some rhymes and chimes here and there when I've got to be there. Just beware of this shit that happens in the.
I swear that's pretty good.
That's what's good.
Yeah.
Brother in the hood.
I'll be the hype.
Easy.
That's all you. Yeah. And now a moment of silence for the death of our careers.
For the death of our careers.
Yeah. Okay.
Feels good to
Thank
be back.
you. Yeah, so super good. Thanks for uncanceling it. Wow.
So
and we're wearing the same shit after all this time.
It's just been a rough 2 years.
Yeah. It would be fun though if there was some kind of like purgatory that you could just snap someone to. Like, hey, that was a bad joke. Go away for 2 years.
Oh man,
and then
that would. But God, could you imagine?
Yeah, to them it felt like no time, and then to you, you didn't have to put up with any Lance for 2 years.
But what happened to Lance?
He was just.
But where was he? Did he have the sense of time where he was?
He just no. All you know is that I snap my fingers and it's 2022.
And I wake up from the same spot that I was before?
Well, wow, that's an interesting question.
That's what I mean. Was the building demolished?
I think
has it still been in business?
You'd have to be wherever the person that sent you away was.
Well, what if he's just in a terrible place? What if he's really let himself go?
Yeah, what if he's postulating?
What if he's postulating all over the beach?
Yeah. That's an interesting question.
Yeah, that would have to be.
Somebody should think
that would
about
have to.
it.
We'd have to revise this. We'd have to figure that out before we presented the idea.
We prematurely
That was a premature idea.
postulated
That was a premature idea boost.
Well, good thing it doesn't exist.
But what does?
I don't know.
You know?
Nothing really.
Nothing.
If anything did
Except that
exist,
this is a real plant.
it is indeed, and I haven't watered it
really
in a few
healthy
days.
plant,
Now the
though.
plant behind you is indeed fake from the IKEA.
Oh, IKEA?
Yeah. Have you ever traveled to IKEA?
I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I was there for 6 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got the 6-hour pass?
Yeah. Well, there wasn't an IKEA around where I was at the time.
Right.
And when I traveled west,
Yeah.
and then I went to the IKEA, I was there for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that you could travel through IKEA in less than 6 hours.
Definitely no less than 3.
Yeah.
And if you are,
Then you're running.
let me see your ID because I don't think
Yeah.
that you're a human being.
You're a liar, is what you are.
You're a liar and a cheat.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, this is a healthy looking plant.
It's designed to live in low to no light for a long time and low to no water. You're supposed to
Do
not
you
be
know
able
what
to
kind
kill
of plant it is?
that. It is. I don't.
I wish you did.
I will find out.
Yeah, I'm having some plant issues. I'm not kidding.
Really?
At my house.
You should get fake ones.
But the real ones, there's so much more to say about a real plant that has full of life, that's green, that's
Yeah.
lush.
What else is there to say about it?
There's gnats. I have a gnat infestation in my plants. All the plants I have 4 or 5 indoor house plants that are now outside with poison in them, trying to kill all these gnats because the gnats are infesting the house. So I'm constantly swatting
boy.
gnats. But so I see this and I admire that you have no gnats flying around here. I've not seen one gnat since I've been here.
We're gnat free.
I'm impressed because
Thank you.
Indoor plants are much harder than I ever would have expected them to be.
It's kind of like it's like having a kid. Like you don't know what you're signing up for.
I had no idea. And let
Yeah.
me tell you, these kids are about to get just dropped off at the post office.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you're not a fit father, and
I'm realizing I'm not.
you can keep a canine alive, but you can't keep a
And 2 cats.
inanimate plant.
Can't do the plant.
2 cats.
2 cats. I just got another cat.
Oh my god.
Just another cat.
Oh my god.
We took it in. Yeah.
I didn't. I'm sorry. I had no idea that you were a 2-cat man.
I never wanted to be a 1 cat man.
Oh, really?
I just wanted to be a 1 guy and a gal with a pup, But then the
Yeah.
gal, she came with
Oh,
a cat, and then she had
I'm
the
sorry.
we had the other cat.
I misinterpreted it. When you said I never wanted to be a 1-cat man, I thought you always wanted 2 cats.
Never wanted any cats.
Oh, wow.
And now I have 2.
So when your rap name was No Cats and you got signed to No Cats Records,
Right.
you were in the streets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Early. It was super early in my career.
Right.
Right.
But then after your 3rd album, Where the Dog's At,
Mm-hmm.
you decided to acquire a cat.
Yeah, because I had to.
One singular cat.
Well, yeah, 1 singular,
Was
and then I
that-
released a couple more records,
Yes.
and then I came out with Who Let the Dogs Out for Real though,
For real, though.
and that
And
was
then it was For Real, For Real.
but that was me also calling to be like, yo, where are my dogs
Where
at?
is my dog to
For
take
real,
care of
because
this?
I have 2 cats.
Yeah. Well, was the dog there to regulate the first cat?
The dog, she's not a fan of the cats either.
Oh, it's a she.
She's a dog. She's
It's a
a beautiful
she-dog.
girl. Yeah,
Yes.
Grace, Merp, whatever you
Yeah.
want to call her.
So then, when you came to the postulation that you should acquire a second feline, walk me through that process?
Well, we had Ninny Muggins
Yes.
and had her for she's coming up on 8 years now.
Right. What's Ninny's? Oh, I think I may have just created it. What's Ninny Muggins' nickname?
Meme.
Meme.
Meng Meng.
Mang Mang.
Like Ming Ming, but like MEHNG.
Oh,
If you want to spell it out. Meng Meng.
yeah, you're crazy for that one, Rick.
And then we got this other one called Bodhi.
Oh, that's Bodhi is the
Bodhi
full
named
name.
after the Bodhi tree.
Interesting.
Bodhi tree. It's a very spiritual tree.
Is it
Super
a spiritual cat?
The cat is honestly, it looks like a super whimsical fairy-like creature.
Does it chill?
Super chill, super chill. It looks like a Frankenstein cat. Like 3 or 4 cats were assembled into this one to make it this thing.
Like a transformer.
Looks like a transformer.
Or a GoBot.
Kind of like I'm not super familiar with the GoBot, but based off of the way you.
It would be much like the Power Rangers.
Oh, sure.
The Power Rangers kind of ripped off this theory of 5 different elements coming together to form one man.
Is that for real?
Yeah. There was many things before the Power Rangers were things that became one man.
What? That's insane.
Yeah, we can't really go into it for copyright reasons.
Sure, okay.
And I don't want to derail you from your cat
That's
story.
fine. Yeah. So this cat has one orange leg.
Interesting.
She looks like an owl.
Maybe or Bobo?
This is Bodhi.
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 Excuse me.
No, it's okay. You can also call Bodhi Nemo. I call her Nemo because she flops around like a fish.
And then when Nemo is lost, are you trying to find Nemo?
Never. No, because she's just under the bed. She's under the bed or she's out.
Because you're camping.
Because I'm camping sometimes inside.
Sometimes.
But also, Ninny Muggins isn't super pleased with Bodhi.
Really?
They're not friends.
They're not feline associates.
They're working things out.
Are they?
Yeah.
Are they? Do they need help from the dog? Does the dog?
The dog keeps him pretty straight.
Yeah.
But I also keep him straight with a squirt bottle.
We can't say straight anymore.
Right.
We have to say forward.
I keep him forward for sure. I keep him super forward, super present, and I spray him.
Really?
Oh, I need to.
You spray your animals?
That sounds like abuse.
Well,
it's a little mist.
Let's talk
like
about,
a little mist.
Well,
I want to be clear so the viewers know that I'm no animal abuser.
Well, I mean, right now you're not.
Sounds like it.
You're not painting yourself in a good light.
I have to mist Ninny Muggins with this little spray bottle because she attacks Bodhi, who is a.
I can't stand for that.
She's an HSP. She's a highly sensitive person.
Well, why didn't you say that to begin with?
I should have, but
if she was an HSP earlier in the story, I don't think the viewers would be judging you as harshly as they are.
I've never been good at setting proper bits or stories, right?
Right. My problem is that I can't end them.
Okay, I'm familiar. Yeah.
I will go off on a story, and it'll have many little funny little branches, and then I'll go, and that was all, everyone. Like, that's the end of it.
That's funny. A lot of my bits are like, well, did you know that this was Oh, you guys didn't like that joke? Okay, well, we'll go on to this next one.
And they'll go, oh, sorry, didn't know the joke was over.
Right.
Because they normally end with a punchline.
Right. I'm not that guy.
No.
Not that guy. Never been that guy.
Punchlines are for NHPs.
NHPs are for people who... NHPs?
I don't know the acronym that you just used. I just kind of threw one out there.
HSP. Yeah, highly sensitive person.
Right.
NSP would be not sensitive person. No.
NSP. Yeah, I'll take it.
NSP.
Let's ask the judges. Judges!
Can we get a check on an NSP?
We need an NSP check, please. They'll pipe it into the
not sensitive person. Not sensitive person.
Yep.
Not sensitive.
Hold on,
person.
we're getting it in now, and yep, that's correct. Got it. Great.
Do you think that you identify more with an NSP or HSP?
Well, I'm so glad you asked, because it's been a long time since I've been able to publicly identify in either direction, and I would say that if I had to just declare my association, I would be an NSP.
NSP? A not sensitive person?
I'm definitely an NSP.
Really?
Yeah.
But when I feel like you're super kind, you're super nice.
Yeah.
Those to me come off the qualities of someone who maybe has a sensitive side.
Oh no. Well, yes, but know this. I also don't give a shit.
Got it.
Sometimes.
Sure.
When I'm camping.
When you're camping, you don't give a shit.
In my fort. See, I call it a fort.
Yeah, right.
And that's what makes me an NSP.
Got it. Yeah, that would make you not an HSP for sure.
Right. Because I don't give any fucks. I'm in my fort of solitude.
Right.
On the ground.
What if someone just comes into it though?
Well, that's a whole other ball of wax that might need a whole podcast to itself.
Right.
But when someone breaches the fortress of sanctitude.
Yeah.
Well, for an HB, you have to
an NSP.
You have to have a fortress of sanctitude.
Well, yeah, because you have to. It's a part of being
given.
Not an HSP is that you have a fort.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't even know what it would be like to be an NHP.
What's an NHP?
The other thing that I couldn't remember, the other acronym that I just messed up. That's what I just
You
did.
meant HSP.
That human
Highly
sacrifice person.
sensitive person. This went to a very dark side very quick.
It did. How long has it been since you've sacrificed a human?
Oh, never. Straight and plant-based.
Oh,
Super
so you
plant-based.
are an NSP.
Super HSP.
Yeah. Well, are you legit plant-based? Do you not
Legit
eat,
plant-based.
You don't eat meat,
Not
even if it's not human?
not even if it's human.
So is that like a religious thing or is it a dietary thing?
It's I think an animal rights thing.
Right.
I just love animals.
Right.
I love all living beings.
Right. And now, Lance, now loving cats. That should be on your cereal box.
Now I love cats.
Right.
Now I love them.
Right.
Didn't know I love them so much.
That it sounds like you're trying to sell that to yourself.
I am.
So, are you potentially a person that has cats and is still learning to love felines?
No, I mean I really like them,
Right.
but I've realized that having 2 cats and a dog that I'm much more of a dog person.
Right.
I'm not big into cleaning up the shit like the litter box.
That's the biggest problem.
It's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
I'm not into so much of the hair everywhere, or for instance, finding a hairball underneath the bed,
Yeah. Under the bed that you're camping in.
under the bed that I'm camping under. It doesn't
And
pose
that's
a good
why
night of sleep.
that's why I choose forts on the ground. It's hairball
Well,
free.
I'm definitely going to explore that avenue for sure the next time because I've been having so many issues with camping inside on the bed. So
Right. Because of the cats.
in the playpen, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
there's like for real, all jokes aside,
All jokes
there's nothing better than sitting on the couch and having a cat just walk up and sit on your lap and then just lay out and say, "Rub my belly."
they're so soft.
They
They're so
are.
soft. You cannot not do
It's
it.
good that they like to be petted
Right.
because it feels good to pet the cat.
It does feel good, especially when you're on a little ecstasy.
Well,
Molly.
That's true.
I pet the shit out of them. Not that I'm saying that I do any
Are
MDMA.
you a double stroker? Do you pet 2 cats at once?
I mean, I'll take 2 or 3 of them if I need to.
So you're thinking about getting a 3rd cat?
Oh, are we talking about cats or Molly?
I don't know.
We're talking about cats.
Yes, on Molly.
On Molly.
Do
no,
you give
no more
your cats Molly?
You would think so. But I do not because I want to keep it for myself.
That's fair.
But no more cats. 2 will be the maximum for sure.
So you're an MKP.
Yeah. I'm a max cat person.
Well, I was thinking Molly keeping person.
Molly keeping person as
Yes.
well, for sure. I'd like to keep all of that
Right.
as well.
I'm not an MKP.
You're not an MKP?
No.
Have you ever been an MKP?
I've never been an M.
Never been an M?
Never.
Wow.
So I can't be a KP.
You can't be a KP if you've never been an M.
That's right.
I gotta say, being an M is.
You know what?
It's something.
I took a lot of A back in the day.
Oh, a lot of A.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of A like that helps with painting and stuff.
Right, that
Yeah.
kind of A.
Yeah.
I like the M, the first M that comes from the ground.
Yeah, the ground. Yeah. I know what you're
But I don't know where your MKP M comes from. So I've never had it.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And before it was called M, it was called E.
E.
Literally.
I don't even touch the E. I just go straight for the M.
Have you ever had the E?
Never had the E. Only had the M.
Really?
Yeah. I do
How much M does it take to equal E?
I mean, I'm pretty sure M is the purest form of E.
I've heard from people that grew through the 90s with me that E is like a bullet train to France, and M is like a walk in the park, smoking a joint.
Are we talking about M from the ground or M from
We're talking about Molly.
Molly?
As opposed to ecstasy.
Right.
If you weren't following along at home, that's what we were talking
From
about.
what I know, ecstasy is oftentimes cut with speed and meth
Yeah.
and some other stuff that gives you that rocket boost up.
Right.
So maybe that's what it is. But I do know if you take enough M,
Right.
none of that will even matter.
Well, if you take enough of anything.
Sure. But not too much.
Right. Just enough
Just enough. Just level it out. Level 3, whatever you
to
need
be
to
an
be.
MKP.
To be an MKP,
Yep.
for sure. But interesting thing, for
Yeah.
sure. Just weird
Just
what the
just
body.
a little M.
Just a little M.
Goes
Weird.
goes a LW.
A lot of it. Lot of LW.
Long way.
Long way. A little bit of M will go a long way.
Oh.
This is a super age-friendly episode.
Yeah.
That's what I like about doing your show is that you can come here after not being here for 2 years, 3 years,
a year and a half, yeah,
and be on the show after 4 or 5 years,
yeah,
and then come on and it be just completely friendly for all ages and educational in many aspects of it as well.
That's true. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming back. We like to have you here. You could be a reoccurring. You are reoccurring now.
This is official. This is my.
You're an R now.
Yeah, I'm an R.
Yeah.
Did you do a lot of A back in the day?
A lot.
A lot? When's the last time you did some A?
I mean, I did it all at once. I did it 3 A's 3 times a week.
3 A's 3 times a week?
For 13 weeks.
Gosh, why'd you do that?
Right after high school.
God.
Well, my R's, B, was it Esser? My roommate's brother was a seller.
Got it. Got it. I know. I just was making sure
that you can get to a point where you're just using too many.
No
letters.
Acronyms.
Yeah.
But no.
Ooh, fancy word.
Yeah, brought it. Brought it.
He beat
got it. That'll help if you know an S. If you're RBS, then it would make sense that you would have so much.
It was $4.
It's so cheap.
And then we didn't know that it was triple dipped.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. So we didn't know instead of 3, we were taking 9.
That's a lot.
3 times a week. Yeah. It took a number of years.
Did you find G?
Did I find G? No.
No.
G was not home.
There. Did you say it took a few years for what?
To get back to normal.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Until
for real?
Yeah. I did all that when I was like 18, 19, and I wasn't really cool, like in my head again, until I was 25.
What was different?
Everything.
Was it stuff like that, or was it?
It was just a giant, constant paranoia that like gang members were coming to kill me.
No shit.
My enemies were out to get me.
Oh wow.
I had no enemies.
Right, you're a nice guy. Well, I mean,
well, I wasn't.
You're an
I wasn't then.
NSP. So,
yeah.
Right.
What I didn't know then was that you could be a nice person.
Right.
So I was a bad person.
Sure, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. It's more fun to be nice.
So much more fun.
Yeah. It's
so
MF. It's MF to be in.
It is MF to be fun. Motherfucking fun.
It's more fun to be nice.
More fun to be nice. Yeah.
Oh, so that's an MFTN.
MFTN. How confusing can we make this for everyone listening?
Oh, we're so far.
Super.
We're so far past that point.
You're making me feel like I maybe shouldn't take so much A not because of that, but because.
Oh, you should definitely never take it again and just stick to the M.
Oh gosh, I just have so much A at home.
Do you really?
So much of it.
See, here's the thing: M can't go bad.
Right.
I mean, not that it can't expire. It could at some point.
But there's really no shelf life.
But I've never had a bad trip on mushrooms, and I've gone to places you don't want to see on the A.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a bad A?
The funny thing about it is like I've had some dark corners come up. Like there was one time where I was like walking my dog. I had a little A.
Oh boy,
I had
just a little.
Just a little, but enough.
Was it 9 hits?
No way. No way.
Have you?
No, never.
What's
9.
the most?
I'll ever just do a full tab of A.
But okay, I don't want to derail your dog walking story, but have you ever had a full tab that was triple dip?
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know if my stuff's been triple dip. I know that the stuff that I have is insanely strong.
That's the problem with A.
You don't know.
You don't know how many times it's been dipped.
Right. The stuff that I have now is
yeah,
it's pretty strong. So I'm walking my dog.
You're walking your dog.
Walking my dog
on one hit of A.
On one hit of it, but I'm also smoking constant cannabis throughout.
Interesting.
Which I don't know if it enhances the experience. And also creates little funky stuff.
We would SC when we were 2H. So if we were too high, we would SC. Smoke cannabis. And that would maybe mellow us out.
You would mellow you out.
A little bit.
See, it does the opposite to me. It enhances it for me.
Well, then you have a
P. We have a big P.
You have a BB.
Big problem.
We have a bad batch.
Bad batch.
Yeah. Or maybe it's a GP.
And everything started to, I was looking at the sidewalk, I was looking at the grass, and I watched it turn flat and then start to break away into little cubes.
Interesting.
And I'm in midday, around other neighbors are walking around me. I'm in Eagle Rock having a good time.
Were they also on the A?
hard to say, but I have to imagine, based off of the neighborhood I live in, that no one really in the neighborhood is taking A except for me in the next few blocks.
Oh, really?
I'm
You don't live
sure.
in an neighborhood.
I don't live in an A neighborhood. No. Neighborhood.
Neighborhood.
No, I live in a
Interesting.
very
Right.
family-oriented neighborhood.
Well, that's racist.
But you know what I mean by family-oriented,
yeah.
like people with kids. And stuff.
Oh, those
You know
people
what I
with
mean?
kids.
Kids with people with kids.
PWCs.
PWCs can be a real
BB.
for an A,
Yep.
especially when they're waving at you
Oh, yeah.
and your world's falling
because
apart.
their hand is like falling off their wrist.
And you don't know what they want.
Yeah.
And you're just like, have a nice, and
Yeah.
keep walking. But in that moment, I had to re-grip and like
Yeah.
focus and
On
be
the
like,
leash.
you fucking put this puzzle back together. So I like made my brain put all the squares back together and be like, you need to get home now and you need to lay down.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
See, I've never tried to rebuild anything.
Oh, see,
I let it
knew
fall
that-
apart and
see,
then I go around it.
Oh gosh, I was in no place on Mount Royal and Hill Drive
MR.
to let it all go.
Yeah.
And I had the dog. You know, you can't.
Well,
just,
that's yours. You have to have a spirit guide.
she is my spirit guide
Yeah.
for sure.
You can't know how far you're tripping without an animal present.
She looks at me constantly. Is like, really? Again? It's Tuesday. Didn't you
Right.
just a week ago? You can again?
Only a week?
Only a week?
Interesting. Is it a once a week? Hey?
No. I haven't. It's been about 2 weeks.
You're gonna go home and do 8.
No, maybe
Today.
this week. But I do a micro A. You know what I mean?
Oh.
You do the micro A's?
I like the micro M,
Micro M.
but I over microed last weekend. It was a macro.
I make that mistake constantly.
Yeah.
It's so easy to do
Well,
when you're careless
sometimes yeah,
or adventurous.
depending on how you look at it.
Maybe a little bit
You
of
be
both.
carefree or you can be
Carefree.
careful.
You want to be careful if you're going to be carefree. That's for fucking
Yeah,
sure.
I mean, you can't be CR if you're not CL.
No, that's a
You have to be
TS.
CF to go CL.
TS.
Well,
True story.
Absolutely. Hey,
Fuck yeah.
how long are we gonna keep this up?
I mean, an acid trip's about 9 to 10 hours, 12 hours max.
Oh, are we gonna do a 9-hour
So
podcast?
gosh, we'll just go 9 to 12 hours. I mean, I got all day. I got nothing else to do.
Interesting. I am looking forward to going home and going back to sleep.
You've had a busy night.
I did have a pretty big evening.
Beach day.
Well, it was a BD.
It was a BD. It was during the D. It was a BD.
During the D.
During the D.
Yeah, I
Did
got a lot of S.
You got a lot of D probably too.
Vitamin, yes.
Yeah.
Vitamin D. I've been taking vitamin D.
Have
on
you?
Joe Rogan's recommendation.
You know, Joe Rogan recommendation? These socks. Me undies.
Really? That's a JRER?
That's a JRER
Joe
sponsor.
Rogan experience recommendation?
recommendation. Me undies.
Seriously?
I'm subscribed. I get a pair of socks every month of a different
Just
color.
one?
I mean, I could spruce it up, but I'm just, I've taken it easy with my socks. I have
But do
plenty of
you
socks
also get
already.
some used
Some?
undies?
Oh, I'm stocked. I don't even need them.
So you've
And oftentimes, sometimes just go. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't even know that you need them.
interesting.
But I have. But to be completely honest, I'm fully stocked. Fully
You're
stocked.
fully S on the U.
Oh, I couldn't be more F on my U's than.
Oh, F. Interesting.
Yeah, couldn't be more F on my
I was
U's.
thinking you were S on your U's.
Full
Yeah. You're
Stop.
FS. Fully.
I'm F.
You're FS on your U's.
FSU's.
Interesting. Have you ever been to Florida?
I don't know that I'll go. It doesn't seem like a place that I'd enjoy.
Right. Well, that's where FSU is.
Is that Florida State University?
Well,
I heard
yeah,
they have a
or
great
fully
football
stocked
team.
underwear.
They have good football team and great underwear companies.
They're
down there.
pretty good at sports ball, from what I hear.
Yeah.
Not that we're ever gonna have sports ball again.
What's up with sports ball? How long do you think how long do you think sports ball will go?
God, I'm gonna loop that so many fucking times in the cut.
But just let me know. How though? How many
Interesting.
times?
I'm so glad you asked.
For how long will sports ball be gone?
For how long will sports long be gone? Sports ball will be gone for as long as it takes to
CFP?
assemble. Ooh, yes.
Correct the pandemic?
Well, that goes without saying. Naturally,
That goes nationally as well. Too.
CTP is what we really need from DT,
What's
who
the name?
had a really BR
BR.
in Bad Rally.
Oh yeah. I heard he had a BR.
Oh, you got a super bad BR.
Did he really? See, I've been not paying attention because I find myself getting so U and
Yeah.
an A and
upset
M.
and angry and mad.
So I cool my jets, you know.
You got to see your J.
You got to see my jet. So that's good to hear that, because I know that he was having it in like a not cool.
Well, so a lot of youngsters.
Millennials or younger.
We're millennials.
That's what's good.
Well, you're a millennial. I'm a generation X, Y, or whatever.
Z. Fucking A.
Ooh, boy.
Whoa.
Man, I think I'm gonna have a shrimp burrito on the way home.
There you go.
Yeah, but so many people. So tickets were free to the DTR.
Got it.
Donald Trump rally.
Oh, his name just makes me shiver.
Yeah. The facility held 20,000 people. They had 1 million reservations.
Oh my god.
Because youngsters around the world were trying to
get him.
Right. Yes. So they set up an external overflow DTR for him to speak to the public outside, because they thought millions of people were showing up.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
And he rolls in there like, oh boy, people are traveling from all over the world to see me.
Right.
And in a facility that held 19 or 20,000 people, 6,200 people showed up.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Yeah, he's furious.
Oh, was he mad?
He's super mad.
Really?
Oh, he's super pissed.
Oh, I haven't seen any. I mean, I'm not on Twitter, but I usually will hear that he's been sending.
Well, you got to check DTTs every day.
You got to check DTTs. Yeah.
Well, or it could be a POTUS T.
Right, POTUS T.
But I don't like to refer him as POTUS.
POTUS isn't the right word. No. Oh man, that's super funny.
It's great.
It's
right?
so funny that people. Oh, that's so smart.
What?
It's like America's just playing that clown.
Well, everybody knew that.
Except this guy.
Yeah, everybody but L knew that DTRs were going to be flooded with reservations.
Right. That is so.
And like it was
good.
widely spread on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. Like,
right.
Let's all just get up there and reserve tickets, and let's try and keep other people from going.
Really.
And no one in their campaign heard that like people were trying to flood it with reservations.
That's amazing.
So they spent so much extra money getting extra police and extra barricades and extra outside stuff.
Just our tax dollars is all no big deal.
Yeah, Well,
I mean, they're all great.
It's tough.
Thank you guys for I'm not shitting on any of them.
No.
But I'm like, oh man, how funny that this is what all this extra stuff.
Right. What would it be like to think you're about to perform comedy for 1.6 million people and only 6,000?
I feel like I would feel so much relief.
I would still be nervous to perform comedy for 6,000 people.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
But if I thought that I was going to have to do a show for 20,000 inside and then go outside and do the same show for another 1 million people,
right,
I'd be nervous.
Yeah. Right.
And then if only 6,000 people showed up, I'd be pretty mad.
I guess I'd be upset because I know, gosh, I was just expecting so much more.
Right.
I mean, I know for sure, he's mad. That makes me super pleased. I don't know why. I think I do, but
I think it's because he doesn't give any fucks about anybody else. When something happens to him, that's
he's
funny.
An NSP from the true tried and true.
I think the best thing that's come out of his presidency is when a local news reporter is live on the streets. Some random fella, it's always a guy. I don't think a woman has ever done this. Not because they're not capable.
Right.
Because, of course, they are.
Of course. More than.
But when a man or a person, when a they, runs up and grabs the microphone from a local news reporter and yells the words, "Grab him by the pussy," and then runs away on live television.
Is that happening?
All the time.
Really?
It's been happening since
that happened.
There's compilations of people that have cut together things that have happened on the YouTube.
That's insane. So are those people supporters?
No.
Well,
they could be. I would say some are and some aren't.
Right. Like, are they saying it like to be proud? Like, this is what America stands for? Or
I think they're saying it as like the number one nomenclature for something to say that's super offensive to a live reporter that's live on the air.
Got it. I mean, I see it for sure. That's so
GTBTP.
Did you say please at the end? Oh, maybe add an extra P, please.
Grab him by the pussy, please.
Doesn't that even sound better?
It does.
I'm not condoning this behavior. I think it's completely inappropriate. I just want to go on the record.
No, but wouldn't it be funny if you used vulgar language to get enthusiastic consent? Like, please.
I feel like she might still leave.
Right?
I feel like she'd
Yeah.
leave.
What's the most vulgar that you could be and still ask for enthusiastic consent?
It'd be like, hey, I guess for me it'd be like, hey, I'd really like to have sex. Please, what do you think?
Well, wow. I've never heard it in such a cuck kind of manner.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You sound like you're waiting in line for some other guy to finish fucking.
I hope there's nobody finishing except for me.
Well.
But then again, you know.
So you're saying the other guy can't finish?
No, we all should finish.
Right.
It's
human
nature.
You don't want to watch him finish.
I'd rather not, but I'm not by no disrespect. You know, finish your job, whatever you need to do.
Right,
but I'll be over here.
We're talking about like your house.
My house, and someone's trying to finish.
You're watching.
On my gal, my fiance.
That's what it sounds like.
I would say I'd ask him. I'd tap him on the shoulder first of all. I'd say, "Excuse me, sir."
Yeah. Hey, pal.
No disrespect, but I think you've had quite enough.
I think you need to leave now.
She's had quite enough. I didn't even know this was going to happen between the two of you.
Right.
Wasn't expecting this.
You're just here to deliver the pizza, there, guy.
Yeah, come on, Steve, get out of here. So Steve, I know.
God.
Yeah, but I would then say, look, you gotta wrap this up.
Yeah.
You
can't
need
have a PDS
here
in your F.
She's not, and I hope that she wouldn't be enjoying it.
Well, you kind of hope that she would be enjoying it. Because otherwise we're talking about R.
Right.
And that's
not cool. Not fucking cool at all.
Not
So you're right.
cool.
I guess I would just try to get him out as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Just kindly, I need you to please leave.
Would
Please
you be
exit.
able to express your feelings to your F about how it made you feel? Would you say, hey?
I'd say, look, kind of came out of the blue. Wasn't expecting this kind of situation to happen.
I didn't know we had a PDS coming, pizza delivery, Steve. And
where's the pizza also? Like,
Right.
I'm kind of hungry now. I'm a little upset, kind of hungry.
It's a cheat day now, literally, on both sides.
It's a cheat day.
So if you get to PDS, then I'm going to eat all your pizza.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's P for P. Isn't it always?
In more ways than one.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Well, it's usually P for C.
Sure. Sometimes it's PC. You got to be PC.
Depending on what job it's on and what budget you take
Sure,
it out of.
of course. Right.
Petty cash or pizza for cash is also like a common problem in our society.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Then there's PDC, and there's PVC pipe. There's all sorts of stuff.
Interesting enough.
But I would, yeah.
There's some PVC pipe in the ceiling right now.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's splitter.
It's a splitter.
I split the AC in here.
Yeah, it's nice. I can see the vents. I mean, you guys, no one watching this can see it.
No, I try to keep the.
You'd want to keep the cameras pointed down.
I like to keep the PVC off the seat.
It's not something you need to see.
No.
But it does look nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna move out of here soon.
No, you just stay here. I think you should stay.
We'll stay until we get paid to move.
Yeah, until you need to get out of here. But stay. Stay a while.
When the PTM comes, paid to move, then we'll GTFO.
You want to GTFO and call some movers and stuff and have everything in boxes taped up.
Yeah. I might burn this place to the ground.
That's a good insurance claim, but now you're gonna have to take this back a few.
BTPTTG.
Biffed.
Biffed.
Oh, you pulled a buffed.
I pulled a buffed.
Yeah. But yeah, you're not gonna be able to release this part of it if you do burn the place down.
Interesting.
Because insurance is they'll go back and try to investigate.
Well, I have the BTTFTP clause in my
No kidding.
IP.
In your IP?
Insurance plan.
Oh, go good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's fun.
It covers BTTFTP.
That's good to know going into it. That would be one of the things I'd want to make sure that I was aware of.
I would want somebody to film it though, because I would want it to explode as I walk away without flinching.
How fun would it be to have it on a time lapse video, and you could watch it like super fast?
Time lapse would be super slow.
Well, no. Well,
nope.
No, it'd be super fast. It'd be a slow condensed into a fast amount of time, unless you did an opposite time lapse where then you're slow in motion.
You would want a super high frame rate.
Super high frame rate.
And then you could slow it down.
What I would want to do is record the whole fire from start to finish.
Interesting.
And then have that clip played faster than the amount of time that it took to burn the fire. So then I could watch the video within like a minute or 2 minutes. I could watch this single.
Right. Well, because who has time to watch
a whole fire?
FFs, full fires? So
I do like full fires.
If you're a WFF, then you'd probably really like to time lapse it.
Oh, for sure.
Who's got time to WFF?
Nobody's. Yeah, I know. No, nobody.
You can't watch a
I mean, firefighters though, but sometimes they don't because they
they
have to put them out.
They're getting FC to WFF. They're getting fully compensated to watch full fires.
That's true.
So,
and I just want to say mad respect to all firefighters.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Got to MR.
Great people.
You got to MR the firefighters.
You got to MR the.
You got to MR the FF.
MRFFs those guys because those mother effers are something else.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That was close. That mentally, it took me right out to the edge of the void.
I feel like I've just been on the edge of the void for so long.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun out here.
It is a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark and there's some
interesting.
Little spooky corners.
Do you think there's more people out here than we thought? Or is everybody just like way back there?
Probably just way back there.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably way back there at the beginning.
At the beginning of this episode.
For sure.
Yeah. Where we started it all.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do want to say thank you so much for picking up that print, by the way. It means a lot.
I really appreciate you hand delivering it and signing it.
I'll hand deliver and sign anything you need within reason.
Well, it's the HDAS. Hand deliver and sign.
Hand deliver and sign.
Yes.
Yes. Hand deliver and sign. Yes.
That's an LPO.
It's an LPO for sure.
That's a Lance Paullin original for the HDAS.
It is for sure. Took me some time.
I think we have set a new record for acronyms in a podcast.
Oh yeah, people are going to be educated or not because I've turned this off.
Well, they could postulate about it all they want.
And I think I will too.
Interesting.
I wouldn't mind taking a little postulation session.
Well, I want to go home and take the M and the A. And go down the.
That's called 2CBD or 2CB.
Interesting.
They've in a lab created this chemical compound, if you will, that is M, not from the ground.
Molly.
Yes.
Yep.
With
acid.
LSD.
Ooh.
A, L.
Ooh.
And they've combined the chemicals together to create 2CB, which is like.
Is that really the name?
Yeah, for real. I'd love to find it, but it's very hard to find.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
Yep. Everything happens for a reason. It always does.
I have this batch here.
I would love to try. You do have a batch. Look at that. That's it.
There you go.
That's exactly
it. There you have it. And that's your 2CB.
That's your 2CB.
For life. You just got to knock one of those little fake nuggets out of there and
you just crunch that
go
up.
To town. Yeah.
Just snort that up your nose.
Well, it's normally inserted rectally.
Oh, well, that's fine. I do both, so I'm totally fine with
both. Well, if you go both, then
it's going to be a long night.
You never come back. Yeah.
But I kind of don't mind. Well, I'd like to be back. I'd like to be back for a while.
You want the option.
You do.
You do.
I'm going to keep this until the end of the episode because I don't want people to think I'm giving it back to you because they can see me. And I want them to know that I'm committing to this bit.
Well, fortunately for you,
yeah,
that's now.
It's done.
This is it. You've done it now twice.
It feels good the second time around.
Yes.
It felt good the first time. It feels even better the second time.
Well, the first time was more of a let's get to know Lance. And this has been a trippy.
Let's try to forget about him.
Yeah.
But in a way, I'm glad that I've experienced this part of my life. Maybe some people will think that.
Maybe.
But maybe they won't.
Probably not.
But it's been a pleasure being here.
It's been a pleasure having.
It's great. I mean, I think the last time I was on the show was like 7-8 years ago. So it's good to be. It's good to be back after all this time.
You know, it's so good to have you back, and the time has felt. I mean, it couldn't possibly feel like more than 15 years.
It doesn't. It does feel like exactly that amount of time.
I mean, how many herpes medications commercials have you done since your first appearance here?
I just cashed in. It was for erection pills.
Oh, excuse me.
It's an easy mistake.
One would lead to the other.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
If you're walking around with a boner all the time, you're going to get the H.
Yeah. And if you have the H, maybe you're not getting so much of the B's. I don't know. I have no idea. But what I do know.
You're not a doctor. You just play one on TV.
I know. Oh, God. Wouldn't I love?
Reoccurring role on ER.
Mm-hmm. You have herpes. I just am the herpes doctor.
You're the herpes
I'm
doctor.
so sorry. Look, miss, I don't know how to break this to you, but yes,
like,
you.
Paullin, get in here!
Right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely has the H.
He's got the H. He's got the happiness.
He's got the H.
Dancing. I've done only one, and I will only ever do one.
Herpes commercials?
That's it. No, for erection pills. I knew that my career needed it.
Listen,
needed it to boost it.
You can sell the shit out of some cat food.
I appreciate that. God.
That was a goddamn good commercial.
That was a good spot.
That was a GD.
That was a good spot. It had nothing to do with the writing or anything. I just showed up there and played with some cats.
That's right.
Before I had to.
Oh, wow. That
I
brings
only
us
had
full
one
circle.
at that time, yeah.
Maybe working on a cat food commercial is what made you get your second cat.
A couple years. Oh, right.
Wow.
Right. A year later.
The C led to the SC.
The C led to the SC.
The commercial led to the second cat.
It's crazy what Rachel Ray will do.
Well, we can't even get into that.
No, because it's copyright stuff.
Well, and it's the end of the episode. That'll take another 6 hours.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, we still got a trip to go. But yeah, this has been wonderful.
Yeah.
And like I said, I love this plant, and I hope to see this plant again soon.
Well, you know what? Maybe we'll give you a clipping of that plant, and you can go home and grow your own.
Propagation?
What?
Oh yeah, I'll
I don't
propagate
know.
some
That might
plants.
be premature propagation.
That's a little it's premature on my part. It's premature for sure on my part.
We could postulate about the propagation.
For sure.
But
PP
not-
any day.
We could PPP, premature postulate propagation. Wow, it's getting.
That's two PPs. That's two PPs in a pod.
Well, are you down with OPP?
Oh, I've always been down with OPP.
Other people's postulation?
Oh, for sure. I've always been down.
Well,
Hell yeah.
sometimes you just got to get down to Chinatown.
You got to visit. You got to see what it's like down there.
You got to get up to get down.
It's great.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Lance, thanks so much for doing this again.
Thank you so much for having me.
I'm going to turn the audio off, and then we'll do the same thing we did
Turn
with the
it off.
cameras on, but the audio off.
Okay, well, just let these people know you're going to turn the audio off.
I'm gonna
So
do
you're not going to hear us anymore, but you'll probably see us talking.
It'll go back to black and white,
Right.
but you can shove this microphone away from your face.
I might, yeah. Once we turn that audio off, just kind of.
And it's off.
This show's a piece of shit.